looks ridiculous. I've got filthy trap music in my ears. I've even had pre-workout, which I hate because I like coffee more. You know what day it is, guys. As you guys know, it's been taking me quite a bit to get back into my training after... Why am I so zoomed in? Hello. So it's taken me quite a bit to get back into my training since I got back from my holiday abroad to Britannia. Today I'm determined to snap myself out of it. So if you're wanting some inspiration for a hardcore leg and booty workout, click that thumbs up button and keep watching.
So before starting any form of exercise, it's super important that you warm up. So as you can see, I did 5 minutes on the stepper at a decent pace, and then I did some glute activation work. If you want to know more about the glute activation work, please have a look at my previous videos. I've done more of a detailed breakdown for you. Now, I like to start my leg days with 1 to 3 heavy compound lifts. They're the ones that are going to take the most energy and use the most muscle groups before going on to some accessory work. Now, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know that my body hates to squat. I've had to work around these limitations to find what works for me, and you can do the same too. So as you can see, I'm warming up with the bar and I'm doing box squats. All you need to do is place a box or a stool beneath your bootay, and then you just lower yourself down until your butt hits the box and then come back up again. I did this with a pretty neutral stance. It was probably just a little bit wider than hip width, and I had my toes facing forwards because I find that that gives me the most glute engagement by doing that. As you can see, my body comes quite far forwards when I do squat, which is why I prefer not to go too deep because my back starts to round. Now, one of the benefits of doing box squats is you've got the constant tension there, especially if you're not putting your weight on the box and you're just tapping your glutes there. Next up, I was feeling pretty creative, so I was using the Landmine here to do some front squats. I did 5 reps of heavy front squats. These don't look as hard as they felt. Honestly, guys, this kills me. I did 5 reps of this. You want to make sure that your knees are tracking outwards the whole time. You don't want any valgus. You don't want your knees to be knocking in, and it's super important that you keep your spine in a neutral position throughout this exercise as well as any other exercises. I supersetted this with some stiff-legged deadlifts. Now, it's really important, ladies and boys, that you don't stand too close to the bar because, believe me, I have banged my pelvis bone on the end of the bar and it didn't feel good, okay? So just keep that in mind when you are doing this. As you can see, I'm going down as far as I can feel a nice stretch in my hamstrings. And then I'm thinking about tucking my pelvis underneath me and pushing my hips forwards to get a nice tight squeeze in the glutes. I repeated the superset 3 times. After that, I went into one of my favourite exercises for the glutes, and that is the glute bridge. So with this, I want to make sure that I've got a fairly wide stance, probably about shoulder width. I'm pushing through my heels and squeezing my glutes. Again, I think about tucking my pelvis and digging my heels into the floor. Super important you keep your core tight with this one, as a lot of people tend to drop their pelvis and leave their back behind, which leads to a hyperextension in the spine, which we don't want because then that's putting pressure on your spine, your core's not engaged, and it's all wrong. So just make sure you are keeping a nice neutral spine throughout.
Comment below if you think he needs to train calves.
And finally, we are moving on to the most disgusting superset. This was an amazing way to end the session. My legs were on fire, my lungs were on fire, and I really felt like I'd worked hard. So this is a superset involving a sled. What I did was I clipped the TRX onto the end of the sled, and I, simulated a kettlebell swing movement to pull the sled towards me. Now, I really felt this in my glutes. If you are doing this, again, only go as far as you feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings, and then you want to push the weight into your heels and powerfully thrust your hips forwards. That sounds gross, but that's what you've got to do, okay? I supersetted that with 2 laps sled pushes. That's there and back twice, guys. It killed, and I don't know how anybody can do it with weight on the sled. Maybe I'm just really unfit, but yeah, push yourself with this, guys. If you can put weight on the sled, kudos to you. So I did this superset 3 times. So what you're doing is you're pre-exhausting the glutes with the strength movement of the pull-throughs, and then you're just killing yourself, your glutes, your quads, your hamstrings, everything with the sled runs. The sled runs will kill you, just in short, not to scare you off. It is a really good way to finish your leg session because you feel like you've worked really hard. And also this is shocking your central nervous system. You're going to be using lots of different energy systems with this, therefore burning more calories, burning more fat, building muscle because you're using the strength. So it's a win-win in my opinion. So that's gonna wrap up this little voiceover. Hopefully I'm getting better at them, guys. I don't know. Let me know if you try out this workout. I'd love to hear how it went for you. I was annihilated by the end of it, as you can see. I will write this workout for you in the description box below so that you can try it out for yourself. See you in the next clip.
Pathetic.
Want to torture yourself? Try that. Oh my gosh, my legs are on fire. That's going to conclude today's video, guys. I'll be back with another one on Thursday. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel. And again, I have a few more spots left still for my metabolism boosting 12-week coaching plan. So if you are stuck in a rut of yo-yo dieting and you can only maintain your weight on really low calories, I would love to help you out. Please do get in touch with me. Drop me an email. It's in the description box below. Like I said, the spots are limited because I want to give my clients the time that they deserve. Bye, I love you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah. I feel so good. I'm going now. I'm going to stop singing. Yeah. Okay, I'm going.